Hey y'all, my name is Sabrina and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full glam, well at least my version of a full glam makeup look. This is like, and it's this look that I'm wearing right now. This is what I would do for a night out, any kind of situation where I'm getting cute, okay? This is the makeup look I'm going for. So it's my first like sit down video and I'm really excited. I had a lot of fun filming this and just chatting. I love makeup, so I really don't know why it took me so long to make a video like this, but I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm gonna stop chatting because I do enough of that in this video. So let's go ahead and get into this look. I did my eyebrows off camera because y'all already know how eyebrows are, like a 10 to 15 minute process, half the video. But yeah, so these are my eyebrows that I have done. My skin has already been like prepped, and that includes like washing my face, moisturizing it. I'm very hydrated and glowy at this moment. I like to go into my makeup as moisturized as I possibly can be because I am very dry. So like after I do like all the powders and layering and the sprays, like my skin will dry out if I do not have it properly moisturized. So I'm using two primers. I'm using the Refy Glow and Sculpt primer, and then I'm using the e.l.f. Hydro Grip primer. Okay, so the Refy one has niacinamide in it, and honestly it just gives me just like a little bit more of that hydration that I need, because I used to use this primer like on its own like when I was doing makeup, and I personally just did not feel like it was gripping my makeup in the way that I needed it to be. I feel like it's really good if you like to do the no makeup looks, but I needed just like a little something else to keep my makeup in place. But I really just like to use it as like a layering option. And I kind of just like rub that into my face, get that on my forehead. It's like, I honestly probably should have wore like a headband or something, but I really like to get into my hairline. So whatever, it's okay. It is just hair. So that one, and then I go in with the e.l.f. primer. Yeah, I already know how she is. And I really just get that on places where my makeup just be moving, and where like I have a lot of my pores, which is like on my nose and on my chin. But I've been working on actually smoothing those areas out, which is exciting. Like, don't you ever get like one part of your face like under control and then like the other part starts acting up? You know what I'm saying? Definitely my case, right? So we are all primed up. Get into the color correcting. I'm using my NARS Soft Matte Concealers. This is the shade that I'm using to help color correct my face today. I absolutely love this concealer. I love this product. This, I think, oh my goodness, this is like I think this is like my second container of this, and this product lasts you for a minute. I remember I just like picked it up willy-nilly because I was just trying to find something that I can just use to cover up my like bags or something, like if I'm going to the gym, or like I just don't want to seem so, you know, like no makeup look basically. And I picked this up and I was like, no way, this is like the perfect shade. What is this like under my eye? This is like the perfect shade. Like literally you can see it already. It has like a little red undertone to it, so I feel like it kind of cancels out that like darkness that I might be having in certain areas, but it's not like too red. and it kind of just like formulates with your skin like really pretty.
I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was down and out like last week. Tell me, where have you been? Came out of hiding, girl. Don't act like I'm your man. You're just a fan. You don't hold right. No.
Next, I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario. What is this? Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. If I could get it open. This product really is hard to open. So this is what it looks like. Clearly I love this product as well. So it is this product in Deep Dark. I got this last summer too. And what I do, I kind of use this for like under sculpting, just to kind of add some definition to my face before I add like my foundation. So I'm just using this Real Techniques brush, and I just kind of go around the sides, and then I go in and just start adding it in the areas where I typically would contour. It's not like a really like intensifying kind of situation. It just adds that little bit. You can see it right there. Like it adds like that little bit that you need before you do your foundation. Like, what is this called? Like under sculpting or something like that. So it's just that technique of under sculpting. I don't know if you see much of a difference, but like I can kind of see it, especially like right there. You know, like you can see how like my birthmark is showing just like a little bit, but we ain't even about to trip, okay? It is what is naturally there. So now it's time to go in with our foundation. So for my foundation, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. This is my absolute favorite foundation. I literally remember when it dropped and I went to go get it and I was like, this is it. A lot of people don't like it because they say it's very oily, but like I expressed, I am a very dry girl and I just like my base to be as oily as possible. For me, like it's not oily for me, as moisturizing as possible, because with the powders, like it all evens out. I feel like makeup all evens out at the end of the day. Like if I was to start with a mattifying product, y'all, I would look like a ghost. But anyways, this foundation is in 500C. Okay, it's just so thick. This and the Makeup by Mario foundation remind me a lot of each other, and I love them both. I think it's just like the formula that they use, and I feel like people say the same things about both of them. Like they're just really oily and all those things. But basically, I'm gonna squeeze it. You can see, I mean, I have a lot of different colors right here. That is what it looks like. But what I've been doing recently with my foundation, I've been doing like foundation mixing, and I use this LA Girl Pro foundation mixing pigment in the shade blue to help add like a cooling effect to my makeup, because sometimes I feel like darker shades can either run too yellow or too red, and I feel like I'm more neutral. At least I like to have like a neutral foundation base, because when you have like the concealers, the bronzers, like that has so many other undertones that I just like my foundation to be as neutral as possible. So I mix them both together here, and it kind of just helps, you know, cool it a little, just not so red. And it's not like a super red foundation. It is just something that I like to do. Do I think it's needed? No. Again, like I said, because makeup all ends up coming together at the end, I feel like. But this is just something that I like to do for myself, and I just keep on going and warming it up. I can show you guys what it looks like before the cooling. effect on it. So I'm gonna add another pump here. And then I'm just gonna show you guys. So this is it, like without the cooling, right? And then this is it with the cooling. You guys see that? So it's not much of a difference, but it's just one of those things like, hey, I want to do it, so this is me doing it. And I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M39. I'm gonna go with my Morphe M439 brush, the buffing brush. Absolutely love her. And we're just gonna like buff it out on our face. And I'm not really a no makeup kind of girl. I'm typically either wearing makeup or I'm not. And I feel like makeup is very expensive. Like, y'all gonna see that I'm wearing makeup, okay? Like, this foundation was $40-something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, makeup be expensive. Like, this concealer was like $40. Like, yes, I'm wearing makeup. Ask me what I'm wearing. Ask me what I'm wearing, please. I want to know. You know, especially if you want that like flawless look. Like, I just feel like you need to be putting makeup on. Like, I've just never been that person. Like, I feel like every time I try to do the no makeup look, it ends up looking like full glam. Like, what am I doing? You know. And I also like to wear my foundation shade darker. You can kind of see that it does look darker on my face. I've just done this because I feel like it looks better in photos, especially when you do like flash and you already are putting like a lighter concealer on under your eyes. Like, you're adding so much brightness to it. Like, this stuff like a little bit darker, you know. Get it on my neck. Add a little razzle dazzle. You know, going with the same beauty blender. We're just gonna.
I kill, never be killed, that's real, no lie. You can tell it from my peers right now. But you wanna fuck me down, but you wanna love me down. You can't tie me down.
So we're taking my other NARS concealer that I have. This is in shade Caramel. She's like a lighter shade here. Absolutely love her down. And we're just gonna take my brush, and I need new brushes because they are clearly shedding, because like I be feeling little hairs and stuff like on my face, but like, where are you at? Where are you at? So I'm taking my Morphe M224 brush, 224 brush, and I'm going to highlight in the places that I highlight. So that includes under my eyes, my nose, up here, down there. Y'all know the deal. Hold on, I need to blend this like a little bit more right here. Let my fingers know. Okay, and I be doing a lot of concealer, y'all, because naturally I just have bags. Like, my parents got them, like my dad, I get them from my dad, he has bags. Like, it's just like something that I have. Like, they don't come because I'm tired, like they just come because I'm just genetically made this way. So like, I can do my little eye patches, my serums and stuff that definitely do help lighten them, but they are always just gonna make an appearance every time. So I like to layer my concealers some. So that is what I'm doing here. It's like I like to go all the way down on my nose to kind of help shape my nose out. And then I like to go all the way up. Kind of just let that dry real quick, and then I'm gonna go in. I'm running out. This is always sold out at the Sephora by me. Like, it is always sold out. That I have to get the small one. I typically get the big one, but I'd be like, dang, I'm already out. Like, please, no. Please. And I also think the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, it just smells so good. Like, I think I like to use it because I like how it smells. Like, I love how makeup smells. Like, it just makes me so happy. Like, I just love how it smells. Right? Okay, so just let that sit for a little bit. And I'm gonna start like blending out on the ends. I'm using this Morphe 707 brush. I think this is like originally like a foundation brush. Turned concealer blending brush, hello, for me. And I kind of just like to start like on the sides here and just blend it out. Alright, so like after I done like the perimeter, I guess you can say, the concealer, I go in with this Sephora Pro Concealer 57 brush. It's like a fluffy kind of brush to help you kind of like how many times am I gonna say that? Ooh, I was trying to show you guys what it looks like, but it's not working. To blend out, buff out the concealer for you, you know. It's just like nice and fluffy, and I feel like this is really good for like the inner corners of my eye. Kind of where I like want the concealer to like stay. I don't really want it to be fully gone like how it is on the perimeter. And I kind of just like go in and buff it out just like a little bit. And then I go in again with the Beauty Blender just to kind of buff out those ends first, and then I'm going to go into like the inner corner because it's not so much product there anymore, to where when I do use like the little corner, it's not just like straight up picking up product, it's just helping blend it out some. I'm going in with concealer number 2. I'm using the Hourglass in Flax. Okay, so this is just like a little bit lighter. It's not too light, but it's also a very different formula. I feel like it gives more of that coverage, like that full coverage. I just didn't want to go straight in with this. Like I said, it's all about layering your products. So I really only use this like under my eye and like a little bit on my forehead, but like everywhere else it's like fine, because I really want that bright look under my eye, not necessarily my whole face. So it's not really needed for my whole entire face. So we're just gonna go in here, and I don't even do it like as much as I did like the first concealer. I'll do it right here and a little bit right there, and then just like a little bit here. And as I'm letting that sit, I'm gonna go back in again with the Makeup by Mario soft sculpting transformation skin enhancer, just to help bring back that like definition and sculpting that I had on the side of my face. Like just like a little bit, like I don't need that much. And it also has like a little bit of like a red undertone. Is that like a bronzy kind of effect? I'm trying to make sure I was using like the right wording. Just like a little bit of that bronzing effect on my cheeks. You know, like I kind of just want to go with that a little bit. You don't need a lot. To do all the creams, and while like I'm letting that sit, I'm gonna start like preparing my eyes. Disclaimer, I'm not an eyeshadow girl. I do not know how to do eyeshadow. I've tried, I've watched videos, I've tried myself, I've been trying to teach myself for years, and I've just never gotten it. But again, I think it's because I just don't like color like that on my face. So I really do neutral shades, but I'm just using the same brush I used to like blend out my concealer. I'm using that like leftover concealer product that was on it to put on my eyelids, because my eyelids are a little bit darker, but I don't necessarily need them to be like super bright, just with the way that I do my eye makeup, you know. I'm living already. I love the base, like all the cream products. Like I love cream products. I love complexion products. Like that is my thing. I feel like I'm so good at shade matching too. Like I can look at somebody and like shade match them. Like I'm really good at that. Like go me, I'm really good at that. But now that this has set on my face, hold on. Kind of get it. Shout out to the beauty supply for always having what you need. They be in touch. They know exactly what the people need, and the people needed a fan. So now I'm going in with the same concealer brush that I've been using to just blend out under my eye. And I also just think it's really important to just make sure you're always doing your makeup to your face type too. Like it's really good to watch tutorials and take tips and tricks, but I really feel like when you get it down packed, it's all about knowing your face, you know. Like I don't feel like I need to do like actual contour on my face just because of how my cheeks already are. I don't like to add too much, you know, too much more to my face. I kind of just let like the natural sculpt of my face take control, and I think that is just a very important thing to add, especially now. It's just, you know, do what works for your face. Your eyebrows, do what works for you. Okay, so now that all my cream products are pretty much blended in and on the face, it's time to go in with powders. Yes, okay. So first thing I do, I set my under eye with like a pressed powder. I'm gonna be using this Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder in number 3. She's like, you know, a little light shade. She's a little tan. So, and I'm using this Morphe M536 brush. I'm just going in. And I set under my eye in all the places that like I really highlighted, right? So you guys will see the difference in a second. You see how this looks different than this? Okay. Charlotte just has some really good products. So after I've done my powder, press that in. Just make sure you're good. And then I'm gonna go in with loose powders. So I have like a number of loose powders that I really enjoy using. And these are the 4. So I like using the One Size and the translucent powder. I had the Fenty in Cashew, this Givenchy one, and then Fenty in Banana. I love powders. I love powders so much. I'm always buying powder. And it's like, why are you always buying a powder? But I think for today, the one I'm going to use is this. Is the Givenchy one, because I've really been liking it. I really like the formula of this one as well. It is pretty pricey, I'm not gonna lie. I actually kind of want to use the One Size. Yeah, the One Size has more of like the brightening look that I want, truthfully. So the Givenchy one is still really good, but just for like the look I want to go for today, I just want to use this. So one thing I will say about this One Size, I feel like the packaging is really just like, it's a little too complex for my liking, but it's cool. It's a really good product. And then I'm going in with this like Real Techniques like double-sided puff situation. They're like a side for like powders, and they have like a side for liquids as well. And I'm just dapping it on here, and then like I always swipe, like I dap and swipe, and I don't know, I just kind of do it until like I feel like I have enough product, but like not too much product at the same time. And I'm just going to set.
The woman that I would try is happy with a good guy.
I'm gonna start going in with bronzer. I use the Fenty bronzer in Mocha Mommy. It's like a reddish, you can see like the reddish. It's a bronzer, so of course it's gonna be red. And I put this on my eyelid, but I honestly think I want to take the rest of that powder that I have from the Charlotte Tilbury and just kind of put it on my eyelid. And then I'm taking the bronzer, and then I use this Morphe M441 M441, I feel like that's the proper way to say it. And I go in on my eyelid, and I kind of bring it down on my nose bone. Go in on my eyelid, and then I bring it down on my nose bone.
I know you still think about the times we had. I say fuck that.
And I am going in with the Makeup by Mario palette, the Master Matte. Is that what it is? Yeah, the Master Matte palette. Cause I'm just a girl and I really don't know how to do eyeshadow. And I typically like take these two shades here, and I just like blend them. I go back and forth between the two and just kind of like blend them. Until like I feel like it's good. And I use this on my eyelid.
I'm just saying you can do better. Tell me, have you heard that lately? I'm just saying you can do better. And you'll start hating only if you make it. Cups of the XO. All my people been here. I see all of her friends here. Guess she don't have the time to kick it no more. Flights in the morning. What you doing that's so important? I've been drinking so much that I'ma call you anyway and say, fuck that nigga that you
Next I'm going in with these lashes. I got these from the beauty supply store. This is the brand. They are very curly. I would not wear these on a regular day. These are not regular day lashes. I'm doing my makeup as if I was to be going out, you know. So, okay, lashes took me a minute, but we're back. Lashes are on. You can see these are not everyday wear glasses. These are not everyday wear lashes. Next I'm going in with this Morphe 50 brush. It's just like a powder brush, and I'm going to go ahead and dust off the powder. I'm not necessarily dusting, I'm kind of like patting upward, you know, patting upward just to make sure, you know, it sits on my skin. But we are just getting all that off, all that loose powder off. Okay, 1 second, I need another brush. Yeah. So now that this powder is off, I'm gonna finish up my eyes. So what I do, I like to add, I don't know if it's like a halo, I don't know if it's like a halo effect, but I like to go in with the same shades that I used on my lid. I like to go in with those under my eye. So I'm using like this brush duo that I got in my Urban Decay palette many years ago. The Urban Decay palette is expired, but these brushes are not. So it's like double-sided, and I can go in and just add, you know, a little darkness under my eye. I think it just adds some definition, so it just doesn't look so lash heavy.
I'ma call you anyway to say, fuck that nigga that you love so bad. I know you still think about the times we had. I say, fuck that nigga that you think you found.
Okay, so the eyes are done. But next I'm gonna go in with like a face powder. Just for like this part of my face, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finishing Powder in number 4. And I'm just taking a little bit of that on this Real Techniques brush. And I'm going to go into those spaces where I really don't have much product on. I only have foundation there. And then kind of just going around just so I don't look too bright, you know. What we said, all about balance, honey. I'm gonna go back with my Fenty bronzer, and I'm using this Sephora, I don't even know, Pro Precision Powder 59 brush, and I go in with some bronzer here just to add some colors to the cheeks. I absolutely love a bronzer. I wear bronzer all year long, not just summertime. Absolutely love it. Okay, so after my bronzer, and mind you, I already have some on my nose, so I don't need to go too crazy there. After my bronzer, I'm gonna do some blush. So I'm using 2 blushes. The first one I'm using is the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blush in shade red. I don't even know, I think this is like red rose. I really like winey, dark reddy kind of colors. I've tried like the oranges, I've tried the pinkies, but I always just find my way back to this kind of shade. And I use a beauty blender and I go in with it. It's kind of like a, this blush is like a moussey kind of texture, you know. So go with that to add like a little redness on my cheek, and then I'm gonna layer that with this bronzer from MAC. You see, it's kind of like a little bit of a darker wine color in Film Noir. So I'm just going in with this Wet n Wild blush brush I got here. Put some of that on there. And then I just like to, I absolutely love this blush. This is what my mom used. That is why I know about it. Like, this was her go-to. I'm assuming she still uses it. I've been using this Fenty, what is this? How Many Carats Diamond Balm right here. And what I do with this, I just take a little bit, just a little bit, and I add it just to add a little shine. So I like sit it there, and then I take like a brush and I just like let it out to add just like a little shimmer and shine to my cheeks, but nothing like too crazy. And like I might do like a little dab on my nose, because why not? Next, it's time for me to go in with my lips. So I'm using my MAC lip liner in Chestnuts. Okay, we love chestnut.
I'm just saying you can do better. Tell me, have you heard that lately?
And then I'm using this like nude tan lipstick from Juvia's Place in Nubian Sand. For setting spray, I'm gonna use the One Size setting spray. We know her, we love her. She does what she says she's gonna do. Okay guys, so this is the final look. What do we think? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Is she just okay? Again, this is like what I would wear, like my go-to glam look, like how I always look when I'm going out. Like, this is the routine that I do. So yeah, I'm loving her. I'm glad that I went with the MAC lip instead of doing like a gloss today. Not like I'm going anywhere or anything, but she's cute, she eats, okay? But yeah, I hope this video reached who it had to reach. I hope it helped some people along the way. Are there any products that I used today that you might use, that you love, that you hate? Any suggestions, anything? I'm here for it. But yeah, this is it guys. This is it. This is the look. She's giving that girl, it's giving like, oh, look at her. Yeah, but that's all guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Once again, my name is Sabrina. You can follow me on my social medias. They will be right here on the screen or wherever, or probably in the caption, I don't know. But follow me, and I'll see you during the next video. Bye guys.